What if I told you the smoothest swing in baseball history belonged to the most broken body the game has ever seen? What if I told you that a player who missed nearly 5 full seasons of baseball still smashed 630 home runs, won an MVP award, and became one of the most beloved players the sport has ever known?
Ken Griffey Jr. in his absolute prime.
Center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.
Nope. And that ball is belted. That may be in the upper deck. Fly away, way over the...
This wasn't Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man. This wasn't Barry Bonds rewriting the record books. This was Ken Griffey Jr., the kid, the backwards cap, the smile that made baseball fun again. And despite being the most injured superstar in Major League Baseball history, he still destroyed everyone. Ken Griffey Jr. was born in 1969 in Donora, Pennsylvania, the same town that gave the game another Hall of Famer, Stan Musial. Baseball was in his blood. His father, Ken Griffey Sr., was a star on the Cincinnati Reds' Big Red Machine. Jr. grew up in ballparks, shagging fly balls, watching legends, and learning the game before he even had a driver's license. By high school, scouts were calling him a once-in-a-generation talent. 5 tools: power, speed, defense, arm, and that perfect left-handed swing. In 1987, the Seattle Mariners made him the #1 overall pick in the draft. 2 years later, at just 19 years old, he was in the big leagues. And from the very first swing, he was a star. In his rookie season, Griffey hit 16 home runs, drove in 61 RBIs, stole 16 bases, and covered center field like no one else. But more than numbers, he had style, the smoothest swing, the backwards cap.
And on Monday night, there's a drive into the gap in left center field and deep left center field, and Henderson's not going to get to it. It's off the base of the wall, and Griffey to second base in his first major league at bat.
The smile that could light up a stadium. Baseball had its new face. From 1991 to 2000, Ken Griffey Jr. was the best player in baseball, period. Let's look at the numbers. 10 straight Gold Gloves in center field, 11 straight All-Star selections, 7 seasons of 40 or more home runs, 4 American League home run titles.
Home run, Ken Griffey Jr.
And then there was 1997, his masterpiece. Griffey hit .304 with 56 home runs, 147 RBIs, and a 1.028 OPS. He was the unanimous American League MVP. In 1995, he even helped save baseball in Seattle. After breaking his wrist in May and missing 3 months, Griffey came back to lead the Mariners to the playoffs. And in Game 5 of the ALDS against the Yankees, he scored from first base on Edgar Martinez's double, the play that saved baseball in Seattle. The image of Griffey at the bottom of a dog pile, smiling like a kid, became one of them. By the end of the 1990s, Griffey wasn't just great. He was cool. Nike built entire campaigns around him. He had his own video games, his own signature sneakers. Kids across America wore their caps backwards because Jr. did. Ken Griffey Jr. was the face of baseball. But then, the injuries began. In 2000, Griffey was traded to the Cincinnati Reds. A homecoming, his father's old team, a chance to cement his legacy. And in his first year, he still delivered 40 home runs, 118 RBIs.
The 1-1.
Swung on and belted. Way back into the night and back into the seats. It's a grand slam for Ken Griffey Jr.
But starting in 2001, his body began to betray him. In 2001, he played just 111 games with hamstring and knee injuries. In 2002, he tore his patella tendon and hamstring, only 70 games. In 2003, he dislocated his shoulder and tore ankle tendons, just 53 games. In 2004, another hamstring tear, 83 games. Year after year, injury after injury. From 2001 through 2006, Griffey averaged just 92 games per season. By his early 30s, his body was falling apart. Here's the heartbreaking math. From 1990 to 2000, Griffey averaged 41 home runs and 118 RBIs per season.
It's a deep goodbye home run hitting the facade.
But from 2001 to 2006, he missed almost 1,500 plate appearances. Analysts estimate he lost about 90 to 100 home runs during that time. Think about it. By age 30, Griffey already had 398 home runs. At that pace, if he stayed healthy, he could have finished with over 750. a number that would have put him right alongside Hank Aaron and Barry Bonds. Instead, injuries left him at 630. Still legendary, still 7th all-time, but not what could have been. Ken Griffey Jr. became the greatest what-if in baseball history. Most players would have been done. Too many surgeries, too many setbacks, too much pain. But Ken Griffey Jr. refused to quit. In 2005, at age 35, he stunned baseball. He hit 301 with 35 home runs and 92 RBIs.
Ken Griffey Jr., but he got every bit of that, and just like that,
he was named the National League Comeback Player of the Year. In 2007, at age 37, he hit 30 more home runs and earned his 13th and final All-Star selection.
And that ball is belted. That may be in the upper deck. Fly away.
Even as his defense faded, his bat still carried thunder. Griffey wasn't the kid anymore, but he was still a force. By the time he retired in 2010, Ken Griffey Jr.'s resume was undeniable. 630 home runs, 7th all-time.
Whoa, Ken Griffey Jr. towards the pavilion. What a shot that is.
284 career batting average, 2,781 hits, 1,836 RBIs, 1,662 runs scored, 10 Gold Gloves, 7 Silver Sluggers, 13 All-Star selections, 1997 MVP, and a career WAR of 83.8, ranking him among the top 50 players in MLB history. Not bad for a man who missed nearly 5 full seasons. In 2016, the Hall of Fame came calling. Ken Griffey Jr. was elected with 99.3% of the vote. At the time, the highest percentage in baseball history. Only 3 voters left him off their ballot. It was proof that despite the injuries, despite the what-ifs, his greatness was undeniable. Because Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't just numbers. He was the swing, the smile, the backwards cap, the joy. For millions of fans in the 1990s, Ken Griffey Jr. was baseball. So, how did the most injured player in Major League Baseball history still destroy everyone? It came down to 4 things. Talent, the most natural swing the game has ever seen. Resilience, he came back from injuries that would have ended most careers. Adaptability, from 5-tool phenom to veteran slugger, he found ways to stay relevant. Charisma, he made baseball fun. He made it cool. He made kids fall in love with the game. Ken Griffey Jr. proved that greatness isn't about being perfect. It's about how you rise when everything tries to break you. Ken Griffey Jr.'s legacy is more than 630 home runs. It's every kid in the 90s wearing a backwards cap. It's every fan who copied his swing in the backyard. It's every highlight reel catch that still plays in slow motion today. Yes, his body betrayed him. Yes, injuries robbed him of records he might have shattered. But even broken, Ken Griffey Jr. was great enough to still destroy everyone. If you love this story of Ken Griffey Jr., the broken superstar who still became a legend, make sure you subscribe to Foul Ball, because here we bring you the untold, unbelievable stories that make baseball so much more than just a game.